I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please.
If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. They will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores is go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
All right, good morning to everybody. Come on in and hit that share button. Mr. Hurt, School Turnaround Principal, with my Saturday morning podcast, How to Recruit Teachers in Your District and School. So I need all of the educators to come on in and hit that share button. It is the time. It's that time where we got to fill those positions. We got to make sure we got our teachers for the upcoming school year. We got to talk about it. I have the answer to your questions. So come on in and hit that share button. I need you to invite folks. I'm only 30 minutes. Call myself the Fantastic Four. Give me a couple of seconds as I get all of my Twitter, all of my Facebook, everybody from social media, come on in and let me know where you're coming from. This is going to be a good one on this morning. So, let me just turn it down some. Make sure I get all of my folks coming in. Yes, I cannot wait to share out on this I call it a hot topic. This is a hot topic. Give me a second. All right. Yes. I know schools are ending soon. Yes, but you got to get ready. We got to get these teachers hurt. We trying to recruit teachers. I got you. So just give me a few minutes and let me know where you're coming from. I love my Saturday morning podcast because we share, we talk, we just give so much information out there, and people are taking the information and running with it. Schools are being transformed. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about just everything that you need to know. All right, just give me a few seconds. Stay with me. Bear with me. It's not too late. It is not too late. You could be on a treadmill. You could be driving in. Hey, come on in and come and kick it with me on this morning. I just want to get a couple more folks in. Yes. If you are a principal, you got to hear this one. We talking about how do we find teachers? Where do we find them at? So let me go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and see all of my folks that's in. Oh my God, there's so many people in. They say, Hurt, this is a topic that I need to have. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me go ahead. Good morning, Mrs. Melissa. Good morning, Miss Nabit. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mr. I'm gonna mess up the first name, WT from Georgia. Good morning, Miss Davis. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mrs. Sherry Holland. Good morning to you. Good morning, Dr. Edwards. Good morning. All right, let's go and get started. I want to make sure that I am using my time wisely. I want to make sure I'm using my time wisely. All right. Okay. All right. Because we call ourselves the Fantastic Four, and I want to make sure everybody is on and ready to go. And okay, I just want to make sure I get a couple more feeds in. See a couple more people trying to get in. All right, cool. We're good. All right. All right. Once again, if you're new to this, my name is Mr. Hurt, Sean Hurt, School Turnaround Principal with my Saturday morning podcast. I've been doing this podcast for, I guess, 3 years now. I don't keep the dates, but I've been doing it for a long time. And what I do is I give out information to the people regarding how we can transform our schools. Okay. I've been in education for 23 years as a principal, teacher, and as a consultant. And these things are working. And today we're going to talk about how to recruit teachers in your district and in your schools. So make sure I got my notes right here. Make sure you get your pencil and paper out. It's not too late to jump on in. And I just say thank you for all of the people that have been supporting me over the years. I appreciate that. So before I get to my into the meat of it, I always go over housekeeping notes. What's going on in the educational world? What's going on in my world? So some of these housekeeping notes is that it is not too late to register for the Black Educators Rock Conference. That's called BER. Make sure you go on the website and register for that conference, please. Pretty please with sugar on top. That will be July the 13th through the 16th in Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. We have some dynamic speakers. Yours truly will be there. Some of the best speakers in the nation. And once again, I always say this: if you are a school that's dealing with inner city, school that's dealing with kids that's coming from low poverty, they can still learn. You can still have one of the best schools in your state, but you need these strategies. So we're going to be talking about it. I've been going for the last 6 years, and it's just phenomenal. So make sure you go on the website, register. I look to see you there. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed. The Black Educators Rock Conference, make sure you sign up. I need you to sign up, a couple of $100. Jacksonville, Florida is going to be nice. And not only the conference, but we have different events throughout the day where you'll be able to network. You'll be able to have a good time. You know, I go to conferences all the time, but the Black Educators is the best conference I've ever been to. So make sure you sign up. Second thing is that I will be in Seattle, Washington on June the 12th. I'm like, it's May now. June the 12th. So I'll be in Seattle, Washington next month on the 12th. So working with a school, we're going to go ahead and look at that end of the year data, have some good conversations, and move forward for the upcoming school year. So I'll be in Seattle, Washington. First time I've ever been to Seattle, Washington. So I'm excited. I cannot wait. I'll be in Seattle, Washington. And then also next month, I will also be in North Carolina working with some schools in North Carolina. So my calendar is going to be busy for the next couple of months. So I'm excited regarding that. Next thing is that I am happy to announce this year, 5 schools that I have worked with have either exceeded or reached their district and state test scores. 5 schools. So you know who you are because you was texting me and emailing me this week, last week, but I am so excited. The reason for that is that I said this in August. In August, I said, I'm currently working with a number of schools. This was in August on my podcast. Look it up. And I said, I guarantee that at least 80% or more of my schools that I'm working with will meet or exceed their district and their state goals. We set those in September. 9 months later, 5 of those schools, which is over 80%, have exceeded their district or state goals. So congratulations to you. That's why I do the work. That's why I'm going to these schools, because think about it like this. As a principal or a superintendent, these 5 schools are moving in the right direction. These 5 schools will more likely get off the priority list. They have increased by 10 to 12% of proficiency. Their district data looks good, whether it's the iReady or NWA or STAR. That's what they're working with. So as a principal, and it goes back to my topic, how to recruit teachers in your district. What is the best recruiting tool? Look at our scores. Look at our data. Look how we're moving the academic needle. What teacher would not want to come into your school or district to work with you? So congratulations on my 5 schools. I'm happy for you. I cannot wait to next year. Hey, we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going. And the last thing is that if you would like, 2 more things. If you like for me to provide professional development for your school and district, hey, reach out to me, inbox me, and we're going to make this work. We're going to make this work. It is time now. It is time now to transform your school. It is time now. You know the work that I do. Hey, if you're trying to move that academic needle, whether it's classroom management, whether it's leadership, whether it's data, this is the work I do. I have the results. 5 schools this year. I'm looking to add 5 more. So next year, I want to have 10 schools. So I cannot wait. So inbox me, reach out, and we're going to make this thing work. Last thing is that I put a post up yesterday and this morning regarding a charter school, charter school in Michigan that is paying teachers $100,000 or more to come and work at their school. They're paying it. I put it up to read an article. I'm happy for that. There are school districts that started to look at things outside of the box. The article came out in our newspaper on Wednesday. I'm promoting it. 100K. Everybody put in the chat. 100K for teachers. 100K. Woo, that's exciting. I put that up there. People were commenting and things of that nature. And yes, I do know the organization. I do know the people. So if you are in Michigan, Detroit area, metropolitan Detroit area, and you that superstar teacher, I would say, hey, apply for it. Look at it. They only want the best of the best. And that's what I'm talking about. We are paying teachers, not me, but they are paying teachers what they're worth. We talking about 100K. So I'm excited. Read the article. Hey, if you are in the area, you might want to relocate. Hey, I would say apply, send your resume, and it's good. All right. So let's go ahead and just jump in. And I see him. Yes. Melissa say 100K, Dr. Houston, 100K. And it's funny. I say it's funny, but like, I know those folks. I know so they've been for the last year, they've been working on it. They have a good finance team and they've been working on it, pushing it, working on it. So there you go. So what is the link for that? I'll put it on my Facebook page and LinkedIn page and Twitter page about 30 minutes ago. Just look at it. It's an article and you will see it. So just go look on my page and you will see it. And once again, if you are that dynamic teacher, hey, go ahead and put in for it. If I know you personally and if I send you teaching, you reach out to me and say, Hurt, I'm interested, I'll go ahead and connect you on Saturday. So that's how I like to do it. I connect you on Saturday. We could, offline connect you and you can go ahead and try to interview. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in at how to recruit your recruit teachers in your district. All right. So all over the world, there are a teacher shortage. We know it. I know it as a principal. I've seen it. But at the end of the day, I still got to provide quality services for my students. So how can I be the school? How can I be the district that's going to be able to get the limited resources? Just think about it. There's limited resources out there to come to my district and teach, to come to my school and teach. So I'm going to tell you what I did, what Shauna Hurt did for many, many years during this teacher shortage to be able to retain my teachers and also recruit teachers. So for example, it would be times that I'll be at a job fair and it's over 65 districts at this job fair, 65 districts, and it's about 100 teachers that's at the job fair. So consequently, it wasn't like I was trying to interview them. They were interviewing me because we wanted them. So I had to think outside of the box and say, all right, so I'm at a job fair for 3 or 4 hours. It's 100 teachers. So every teacher possibly then got offered a position for my 15 or 16 districts right there on the spot. What's going to make me different, or how can I now do something different than I'm not just worrying about a job fair or I'm putting a post on social media. What do I do? So I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to deal with it, and let's go ahead and share out. All right. So the first thing is this. If you are a district, the first thing is that you must retain the staff you currently have. You must retain the staff you currently have. 80 or more of your staff should be returning back to your school for the following year. I call it the 80-20 rule. Now, of course, all of your staff won't be returning. We understand some staff might be retiring. Some staff might be frustrated. And as a principal, you might say, hey, I need such and such to leave. I understand that. But you must retain 80% of your staff, whether it's the parapros, the teachers, whatever, 80% or more of your staff. You got to bring that, because it makes no sense. You're losing 9 teachers and then you're bringing in 9 more teachers. You still got a gap. So you want to retain your teachers, retain your teachers, and then be able to recruit. Well, how do I retain my teachers? Well, you must set your school as an environment where the climate of culture is a winning culture, is a positive culture where people want to work for you. It's not so much the district. Yeah, the district will have, but at the end of the day, teachers that I've been able to retain, they liked how we were as a school. They might not like the district, but they like the school, they like the leadership team. So we're going to retain the teachers, and not just a little survey. Are you coming back or whatever? When you do your end of the year exit interviews, have that conversation. Be very open. But like, are you going to come here? Do you feel that, is this a place that you like to be at? You got to retain your teachers. All right. So that's the first thing. Okay. Next, number 2. This is where we're going to get into it. That's obvious. Retain your teachers. Next one is birds of a feather flock together. Write it down. Birds of a feather flock together. Okay? So as your teachers, sit down with your teachers, and those teachers that really buy in, you know who they are, your superstar teachers, the teachers that that's coming back, that will talk positive. Ask them for referrals. What I did was that I got some of my best teachers. From my teachers from within. I'm gonna use this example. I would go to a teacher. Hey, Miss Stevens, she was my teacher. Hey, we got 4 or 5 positions open up for next year. Do you know any of your friends that would like to work here? Give me your Rolodex. And consequently, what would take place is that they would tell me some of their friends who worked at other schools. And then we'll set it up. So I was getting referrals from my teachers because they liked it. They loved what we were doing. And I was getting referrals from my teachers. So ask for employee referrals. Yeah. Tell me some of your friends that would like to work there. Just think, if you got 30 teachers, go to about 8 or 9 of your teachers that that like it and say, hey, tell me one or 2 of your friends. I know teachers, they work together. Tell me 1 or 2 of your friends that you think would enjoy working here. That's all you need. And then they'll give you the number. And then as the principal, now you're going to reach out. Now is your time to be able to reach out. Now, how does that look, Hurt? I'm gonna tell you how it looks. When you reach out and your teacher tells you, hey, she good, and you did your research and see that superstar teacher, and I'm gonna talk about it. Do not interview that teacher. Do not interview the teacher. You have a conversation with the teacher. And when you have a conversation with the teacher, you might want to do it off campus. So you are trying to recruit the teacher. So you might want to have you and your assistant principal take the teacher out to lunch or dinner. Small investment. Spend $50 or $60 of your money to be able to get that teacher, because now you are recruiting the teacher. You're making this teacher special. Take them to a nice dinner. You and your assistant principal, or even the teacher that referred, sit down and just have a conversation over a nice meal, a nice restaurant. Imagine if I'm a teacher, I'm like, man, this principal called me. This principal is whining and dining me. This principal sitting down and having a nice dinner or lunch with me and my husband or my wife or whatever it may be. That teacher is going to be interested in your school. We're not doing that old school stuff that we did in the past. That's not going to work no more. How wine and dine the teacher? It's called recruiting. Just think if you were a college athlete or going to the pros. They don't have you come to the college campus first. They go to your house. They go to a place and you sit down and you wine and dine. Why wouldn't you do that for this teacher? Possibly could be the teacher of the year in your district, one of the best teachers in your state. I want you to come to work in my district. Hey, do you have an hour and a half? Let's meet up at a restaurant. What day works for you after school? And I just want to sit and have a conversation with you. Okay, fine. We're going to go to Red Lobster. We're going to go to, whatever restaurant you want to go to, and let's have a conversation. I'm not going to interview you, even though I'm getting to know you, but I want to have a conversation because I know that you're good because my superstar teacher referred me to you. So don't bring that resume, don't bring all that. Let's have a conversation. I want to see if you would like to be a good fit for my school. Different thinking, totally different thinking, outside of the box thinking. That's how you do it. I'm gonna pause right there. I said something good. I'm talking good. Yeah, somebody said, "Why is out of the box idea?" I did that. I ain't gonna lie. It was 3 teachers I had to go get: Miss Tompkins, Miss Stevens, and Miss Clark. I had to get them. I had to get them for my school. I knew that they worked at other districts, but I wanted my school the best. I went and wined and dined each one. And I did it during this time because I wanted to make sure that they knew that I'm recruiting you. Yep. And then afterward, after they show some interest, yeah, we come to the school. I show you around, take the tour, had that conversation, shot it up to HR, and we was ready to go. Yes. Yep. Next one. Ooh, yeah, they saying hurt you dropping jewels. Yes, let me go. I got all these people sending questions. I love it. Someone made a comment. Hold on. They coming in. I'm sorry. This is a good one. We talking about bringing in teachers. We talking this is a good one. I got all this. Yes. Yes. They saying these are some good stuff. The next list. I want you to set up an ambassadors program at your local university. Set up an ambassadors program at your local university. This is what we did. Okay. Remember I said I'm going to the teachers fairs and all these. I got 100 teachers from the university, but it's 80 of us there trying to recruit 100 teachers. Didn't make any sense. So I said, how can I tap into these teachers prior to this recruiting fair that we always do? What our district did was that we set up an ambassadors program where we went to our local university and we hired or we gave a stipend to a senior in a teacher program. So they were actually in a teacher program. They were a senior. We gave her $1,000 stipend. And this $1,000, this is what she had to do. She had to set up, it was called a meet and greet. So then she set up a meet and greet like 2 months prior to the teachers fair with all of her friends and we set it up at like a local, well, matter of fact, we did it on a campus, but on the college campus, where for 4 or 5 months, she was promoting our district. Right? Follow me very closely. And then we had it on a Sunday night from 6 to about 8 o'clock, where then the climax of it was that we wanted to meet all of the potential candidates from this particular university. We had access to it, so it was just only our district in a nice ballroom. We sat with them. They came in with resumes, so we had access to 40 teacher candidates before they even hit the market. Follow me very closely. So now we had numbers, email addresses, and all those type of things. And then from there, we was able to now bring them into our district and wine and dine them. So I'm a middle school principal. So out of the 40 candidates, I was able to have 8 or 9 of them come to my school because we had these positions before they even hit the market. And we kept in touch. We wine and dine. Once again, is the recruiting. And how we did it was, once again, we had an ambassador on the local university. We paid $1,000 and they just networked with these people. And then we had a meet and greet and it went phenomenal. So, like I said, for $1,000, we had access to 40 teachers, 45 teachers for our district. That was just one university. I was able on the spot on that day, I was able to hire 4 teachers right there. Yes. So we set up an ambassador program. So $1,000, I was able to get 4 teachers. Once again, how can you recruit teachers? We can't do it like how we did in the past. I'm giving you strategies that worked. Use these strategies. Some of you guys got 10, 15 vacancies. They're not walking through that door. These are the things you have to do. Yeah, put it on social media, go to the job fairs. I'm not saying not to do that. But these are the things where now you can really, really tie in and get these teachers ready to go. Okay. I got a couple more things. Stay with me. I got 6 more minutes. Okay. During this ambassador program, now I got the 8 or 9 teachers, so they're getting interested in it. Afterwards, then now I set up meetings with them at my school. But this is what I did. I was once again, I'm recruiting them, so I'm giving them swag. I'm giving them our t-shirts, our polo shirts. I did a PowerPoint presentation letting them know how they're going to fit in my school. So I made it so sweet. And then on top of that, it was 4 of them. I said, I want to hire all 4 because I remember as a first year teacher, if 2 or 3 of my friends say, hey, we're going to work over there, I was willing to work at a school where my friends were at because you feel comfortable. So now I'm saying I'm gonna hire all of your friends, do the training, do all that. Now, if I'm saying I'm gonna hire 4 or 5 of your friends to come work in the district, the young people coming out of college, they're going to sign up for that. Yes. But now I'm making them feel special. Once again, I'm not interviewing you in my office. That's old school. We don't do that no more. We talking about recruiting. We're talking about making you feel special. Now, back in the 80s and 90s, when you had 1,000 candidates applying for 2 positions, then you set up interviews all day long. But now you only have 3 candidates applying for 20 positions. How you going to stand out? Okay. All right. Give me a couple more minutes. Okay. All right. You say, Hurt, this is sounding good. All right. Next one. I want you to go to places where they have big crowds and sell your school. So I'm a principal. What I did was I was going to places. So I was going to my local churches with all, and I would ask the pastor, can I have a couple of minutes? And I would go to places where big crowds, and I would tell them, hey, I'm looking for teachers at my school. You might not have teachers in a congregation at the church, but they might know people. They might know friends. So I just had to get the word out there with that. So that was another potential spot. The more I told them I wanted it, the more they saw me. So for example, if I got 500 people in a crowd, it might be 2 or 3 people that are teachers working in the district. Oh, let me go ahead and see what he's talking about. So once again, I went to crowds where they were big and just talk about, hey, we're looking for teachers. And then the thing about it is that it is not about your district. It's about your school. Because I've been in districts where you have some schools that are good, but the district's reputation was not good. So now I am selling my school. I am selling me. I'm selling my vision to be able to recruit you as a teacher. I want you to come to my vision, my school. And then from there, once they get into the door, don't let them out. You got to wine and dine them. You got to roll out the red carpet. You got to do it big because you want the teachers to know that they are special, special, special. All right. A couple of things is that also with that, you need to also set up a thing where you have a program for non-traditional teachers. So for me, if I had a person who wanted to get into teaching, but they were a non-traditional student, I had 2 or 3 programs that they can get into to be able to get certified as a teacher. I needed those programs because talent is talent. We have a lot of people out there, and they will tell education might not have been their first career move, but I see some talent in you. Now you want to be a teacher, you want to be whatever. Let me get you into the building, get you on a path. This program might take 2 years, but now you are in the building. So now you might not have a teacher that's certified, but in a couple of years, he or she will be certified. So you're trying to look for talent. If you want to be a teacher, I want you in my building, and we're going to get you in the program. You're looking for talent, non-traditional talent that wants to come into your school to teach. Okay? And the last thing is that also you want to find teachers that might be frustrated in their current situation. I've seen many teachers, probably some of y'all on my podcast, you're frustrated, you're mad. You want a different environment. You want a winning environment. You're a good teacher. You're saying, hey, I come to work every day. I do what, but it's just, this is not where I need to be at. I want to be in a winning environment. Those are the teachers you got to go get, because there's been times where teachers have left one school and came to my school because they saw a winning environment. They were good teachers, but they was just in a situation that was not a good situation. You want to tap into those teachers. So what I would do is this, like quiet as is kept, and this is what I did, say hurt you wrong for it. But if I knew a school that wasn't a good school, or it was some issues, whatever it may be, I would go ahead and have that conversation. So that's what I would do. So yep. So just let me know. I would go ahead and have that conversation. So that's what I would do. So tapping into those situations. Okay. All right. So once again, it's 10:30, Sean Hurd School Turnaround Principal. I am so excited. I want the best for you. Keep up the good work. Stay focused. Do what you got to do. And I will see you next Saturday, same time, same place.